had such a good season prior to this one. They did win the Premier League. They didn't win anything else. They lost the final. They got knocked out early in the Champions League to the winners of said Champions League. But I kind of feel last season, even though you did win the Premier League, I don't feel like it was a good season for you guys. Now, coming into the new season, you made some new signings, and obviously they haven't taken to the team just yet. I don't know if it's because of how big of a club Liverpool is, and they might be struggling to adapt to playing for a club of that stature, but there we go. But what really has changed for Liverpool from last season to this season that's caused such a decline in form? I mean, as you can see, Liverpool started strong. Yes, there was a lot of late goals, late winners, but as soon as Champions League started, that's where the decline started. Now, I know a lot of you people don't know who I am, and you don't know, obviously, who I am and what I'm about, but there is a few people that I have spoken to prior to the season starts, and I did predict that Liverpool will decline when the when the Champions League starts. I said that Liverpool won't win a game in the Premier League in October, and I was right. But obviously I can say that now, but there is a few people who will watch this video will confirm what I'm saying. And I feel going into next month, I feel it's going to continue. They do have a tough game ahead in the Champions League with Real Madrid. I can't see Liverpool winning that. And then you've got the fixtures as well in the Premier League. They do have it slightly easier, and it's a chance for them to bounce back. They do have Aston Villa, but they did secure a good 1-0 win against Manchester City over the weekend. So again, it's not really an easy fixture, that one. But they do have a lot of the relegation fighting teams that they're due to face coming up to New Year. And if they don't find a way to bounce back now, it's going to be a pretty woeful season for you. Now, I said that there is many factors to why Liverpool aren't playing so well. I mean, you've got Konate, who is rumoured to be going to Real Madrid. So obviously he's not going to be fully committed to Liverpool, just in case he gets injured. Don't want to risk, obviously, losing that opportunity to go to another club. And then you've got Virgil van Dijk and Salah, who are both being given a bumper pay rise and a new contract. And both of them, personally, I feel both of them aren't playing well at all this season, and that will be another factor into why Liverpool are struggling. But also you've got to look at Slot as well, that at the moment he doesn't seem to have a plan B. I think he's just relying on the bigger names in Liverpool to basically secure the 3 points for the club, e.g. Salah. He is a winger, but I'm noticing a few of the games that I have watched Liverpool play, he ends up playing more forward as a striker, and he's taking certain players out of the game because he's seeking that winner. It's like he feels like he's relied on more than anyone else, and I feel that's also not helping. But looking at the future, I mean, I'll be very shocked if Liverpool go on another losing streak. So let me say losing month again, because if they don't pick up any points in November, surely Slot will be looking at getting sacked, because there's no way a team like Liverpool should be struggling at all. I mean, I understand they lost a player in Jota, which was it was very shocking, and condolences to the family. But you look at the other scenarios, as I mentioned, like, again, players getting bumper wages, not fully committing to the team. You've got players who are looking at going to other clubs, so they're not fully committing to the side. A manager who inherited a fantastic squad thanks to Jurgen Klopp, and he's, at the moment, he doesn't know how to handle that team. He doesn't have a plan B, and I'll keep saying that. And I feel coming into this season, if it continues, Liverpool could finish outside of the Champions League, if not outside of European places. Because as you look at the table at the moment, you've got Bournemouth and Sunderland who are flying at the moment, and especially Sunderland have got some good fixtures coming up which could propel them even higher. And then you've got Arsenal who are really untouchable at the moment. I mean, Szoboszlai with that fantastic free kick to win it for you guys against Arsenal a few weeks back. I mean, as far as free kicks go, that was absolutely amazing to win that game. But apart from that, Arsenal have been looking very, very solid, and I'd be very shocked if they finish outside of top place, to be honest. I think this season could be theirs, unless they have a lot of injuries or they get too complacent, which I can't see. I can't see them not finishing top this season. They should finish top. And then you got Tottenham, which I think a lot of teams, well, a lot of people, fans alike, are surprised to see them in third place at the moment. Now, will they finish third, or will they finish thereabouts? Again, it just depends on if they can keep their run of form going. And then you look at Manchester City, who were, they were unfortunate against Aston Villa. They should have easily scored about 3 or 4, but again, they relied on Haaland too much. They should have won that game, but, it happens in football. And then you got Manchester United, which are very, very quietly creeping up that table. 3 wins in a row now, 2 more, and the guy can finally have his haircut. But it's a tough fixtures. I think it's Brighton and then Tottenham Hotspur, so whether they'll get them results, we shall see. And then you look at Chelsea, which are hit and miss at the moment. Will they continue their run of form and work their way up the table, or will they collapse like they have done, getting too many red cards, losing against teams they shouldn't be losing against? I mean, Sunderland with a fantastic win there over the weekend. So, it's one of them. But going back to talking about Liverpool, what is Slot wanting out of the squad for this season? Will Isak start scoring and help take the pressure off him by getting the goals that's needed? Will Salah start hitting form again like last season? Will the defence stop leaking goals? Because at the moment, Liverpool's leaking more goals than I've seen for a long time. And it's not like they're scoring enough goals to battle, to compensate that. They look lost. And as I said, there's a lot of mitigating circumstances that you could say why they are. But they do need November to be their comeback. They need to start getting points. They need to start winning and getting their confidence again. Because if they don't, all these big players will start looking to go elsewhere. As I mentioned, Konate is one of the big names that are looking to leave. I don't know when. I don't know if it's coming in the January transfer window or the end of the season. I don't know. It's just a rumour. And then you've got Virgil, will he stay? But again, he's signed a new contract, so I don't think anyone's going to be able to buy him out. It's the same with Salah as well, unless they go to Saudi or USA, where the clubs can't afford to pay that amount of money. We shall see. But at the moment, we look at the league table, and as you can see, Liverpool 7th place, unheard of, 7 points behind Arsenal. Only +2 goal difference, which is not champions quality, really. It's nowhere near the standard they need to be. But we shall see. I mean, they've got Crystal Palace tonight, and Crystal Palace seems to have a hold on them at the moment. You know, beating them in the Community Shield, I know they say it's just a shield, but in the end it's still a competition and you lost. You know, and I think Palace has already beaten Liverpool this season as well. So, you know, can Palace make it 3 in a row and knock them out to the League Cup tonight? We shall see. So it'll be interesting to see if Liverpool bounce back and get a win going into next month. So that being said, and that's my rant over, let me know what you guys think. Liverpool fans especially, please let me know how you feel about this season. Where do you think is going wrong in the club to why Liverpool is struggling? Is it the players? Is it the manager? Let me know what you think. Comment below, and I will reply to as many comments as possible. And I'll probably do a live soon as well, so we can do these debates, because I will be looking at every single club this season, and I'll be doing my thoughts on the club, how well they're doing, and how I feel how their season's going to end up going. But at the moment, this is about Liverpool, so let me know what you guys think and comment below, and we shall see how November goes for them.